Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Los Angeles Spies. As usual, I'm your host, Russell, here at the University of Southern California. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is going to be a bit of a weird episode. I'm just going to see where it takes us, where we stop, nobody knows. But frankly, this is the dead season. Yes, in regards to USC football, there is very little to no news. Recruiting is over. Obviously, the games have been over for a long time. Honestly, the only news to really get into, and it's barely news because there's been no developments since it's happened, is that Matt Bormeister, our Rose Bowl winning kicker, was I guess arrested on certain charges of supposedly regarding his ex-girlfriend, and he is no longer with the team. But I'm not going to go too deep into that because, like I said, frankly, there's not much information. But yes, this episode is going to be a bit of a weird one. Honestly, there's a lot of updates I want to give you guys. I'm very excited for the future, especially of this channel. But yes, for this video, honestly, this video has been a long time coming, been a long time in the making, which makes it sound like I put a lot of hard work into it when I really didn't. It's really just a lot of random clips, not random clips, but clips over the past couple months, honestly, since I believe December. So it's been a long time. But yes, this video is going to focus on the food here at USC. And I'm not talking about the food around USC, not the stuff on, Figueroa or anything like that. Because frankly, that's stuff you can get any day of the week. You just decide to drive on down here, go to whatever restaurant you can. No, I'm talking about the dining hall food. Because frankly, as a college student, dining hall food is very important. Very, very important. For many of us, that is our livelihood. If you live in the dorms, which I do not, that's where you get your food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I do have a meal plan since I live in a USC funded apartment. I do have a meal plan, which means I do go to the dining hall occasionally, and frankly, I enjoy myself. So I have a couple clips from that. I will try to show you what we eat, what some of us eat every single day through clips. But yes. In regards to that, it's not the best footage in the world. I wasn't gonna be that guy, taking his phone, walking around the dining hall. Oh, here is this. Oh, here's this. This is what it looks like. I wasn't gonna be that guy. I've seen people do that. They like walk around and they're like FaceTiming, like, oh, look at this. Look at the chef. He's making me an omelet. And you just get so annoyed at those people. And before I go any farther, I must apologize. If you cannot tell, I am a little bit under the weather. My voice is a little bit forced at the moment. Believe me, the entire week I've sounded like a supervillain. I'm getting over that. Yeah, it was a fantastic week to be sick. I had 5 midterms, and whatever God you believed in decided to pour a bucket on Los Angeles. It was not only terrible, it was kind of terrifying, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and put some footage of that right here. Okay, good, because yeah, I've ranted about this many times inside these videos, but frankly, I am not someone who's used to the rain. I've been to Seattle like once, did not like the rain, did not like Seattle in general, but that's a different story. But yeah, I'm just not prepared. I got my first pair of boots, like water boots, like this past weekend, just because I'm like terrified of, putting my Sperry's into the goddamn oven just to dry them off. When you start to smell the plastic burning or the rubber burning, that's when you take them out. There's a little key there. But yes, so food here at USC. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, put some of the clips I have accumulated for you guys over the last couple months. But yes, so here at USC we have 3 dining halls, soon to be 4 when the University Village opens up. But yes, so there's Everybody's Kitchen, aka EVK, there's Cafe 84, and then there's Parkside. And I said them in the order of worst to first, and that is a well agreed upon thing here at USC. Everyone knows that Parkside, it's the brand new, or not brand new, but it's the newest dining hall here at USC. It's very fancy. It's got probably the most options, probably the best options too. In my opinion, it's the best. It's structured the best, which I'll get into that later. But it's plenty of room, plenty of options, very friendly, a lot of great food there. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the clips I have for that right here as I speak. Probably the most entertaining part for me is the fact that every now and again they just have this massive slab of meat just to like right in the center of all the foods. Sometimes it's ham, sometimes it's turkey. I believe in the clip I just showed you, it's just a massive piece of beef. I mean, like, I know cows are big, but where are you getting that thing? Like, is it like from the thigh? Is it from like, I'm talking, I can't really compare it. I wish I could have like stood in front of it, but it's like the size of my torso and chest, like the entire section of me. It's huge, it's massive. But yeah, they also, there's at each one of these dining halls, there's always chefs cooking stuff for you. So I'm a brunch guy. I like breakfast, I like lunch. I'm not really the biggest dinner guy, so I always like getting the omelets, the egg dishes, stuff like that. So they always have the chefs cooking up to order for you. I think that's my favorite part of it. They always have amazing desserts at all of our dining halls. But yes, Parkside probably the best one. I took my sister and mom there the day I came back to USC after winter break. I'll put some of that footage here now. And we helped ourselves. And in my opinion, as someone who's a little bit stingier, when I go to a buffet like our dining hall, I'm thinking I'm paying a ton of money in tuition. I'm paying a ton of money for these meal swipes. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go ham. All right. And frankly, I like to take a lot from the dining hall.
Okay. All right, ready? 3, 2. This is my hall. Hey, I'm paying for it.
As you just saw, I take advantage of my situations. But yes, next on the list is Cafe 84. This was the dining hall built for the 1984 Olympics, which were Olympics, plural, which were held here at USC in Los Angeles, the Coliseum. It was an amazing time, I'm sure, for Los Angeles. I was not born yet. But yes, structure-wise, I said I was going to get into this. This is my least favorite dining hall, but then I think it's weird. It's weird to say it's like the most authentic. I don't know how to explain that, but the food here, very good. I do also enjoy the chefs here. What I've noticed about the chef here is that he's a little bit slower. He takes his time, but the food he makes is just so much better. I've had this omelet made here. Here's me checking out all the good stuff. I don't know if I videotaped me eating it, which I probably didn't because that's kind of odd. But yes, he takes his time, but it's so good. The omelets from Cafe 84 are so good, man. You gotta try it when you come out here. You hit me up. I've got extra dining swipes. I'll take you, whoever you may be, whoever I'm speaking to the dining hall. We'll go get some amazing omelets. But yes, Cafe 84, it's got a lot of great food too. I like how they set up their desserts. I'm probably gonna show that right now, just because I like taking that stuff too. They had an interesting set of breakfast pastries there the day I went, and they have these. I snapped, even though I'm probably just going to keep speaking over the footage. At all the dining halls, they are waffle irons that bum ba dum bum bum are USC waffle irons. I know, we're terrible, but I love the fact that we are terrible. And you know what? There's a reason everyone hates us, and that's one of the reasons everyone hates us. Honestly, they hate us because they ain't us, because they don't have waffle irons with their school, logo / insignia / lettering in them, because we're USC, we do what we want. But then finally, it's EVK. I don't have any footage of this because frankly, it's when you talk to kids around here, it's EVK. It's known to be the worst one. The food's not terrible, but it's a bland menu most of the time. They serve a lot of the same stuff. The chefs there are fine. They don't seem to care as much. What it is infamous for was spreading neurovirus across the campus. Yes, that's right, you heard me. A neurovirus. And I was one of those college students who caught the neurovirus. I'm going to say it again. It's a neurovirus. It was awful. It was terrible. I woke up in the middle of the night in extreme pain. I went to the mirror and I looked like a balloon. It was terrible. It was, and a large portion of the campus was infected by it. Supposedly it started in EVK, and that's how it spread. The one video clip I did take was of the Eggs Benedict that I got. Actually, it was pretty good. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but I actually enjoyed it. But yes, the food here at USC, it's actually, although I complain just because I've become a spoiled USC kid, I really, really enjoy the dining halls here at USC. I'm very excited for the next one to open up in the USC Village. But actually, I really, like I said, I take advantage of the fact that I go to this school and I pay so much money for these dining halls, and I really enjoy it. And so, special guest for this video will actually be my sister, Emily. When we went and picked her up from San Jose State, she treated us to the dining hall. So, Emily, go ahead, take it away, and go ahead and explain your dining hall.
So this is our one and only dining hall. It's for everyone, I guess, who has a 5 to 7 day meal plan or less. It's split up into 4 to 6 different regions, whether it's the pizza and pasta, or the coffee, or the Jamba Juice, or our kind of burrito bowl stations, and etc. We had just have all these different kinds of, you name it, kind of thing. It's pretty buffet style. Just go around, like any kind of typical dining commons, dining halls, etc. And just do whatever you want. All the spikes. And that's what we have here at SGSU. It's pretty nice.
There you go. All right. Mom's enjoying her ice cream. Jichon enjoyed his ice cream. So that's good.
What a good day.
There you go.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. But yes, so like I said, a couple updates for this video. I am extremely excited to give you guys the video in 2 weeks. That video is something I've actually been working on for a couple weeks now, because it's going to have a very, very special guest. In fact, maybe a couple, because frankly I'm not done shooting it yet. But it's going to focus more on the the social side of USC. That's right. I'm going to take you guys to a couple parties, maybe a frat one here or there. You know, no spoilers. But the main part of it is going to be a party that I'm personally going to be throwing. It's kind of a big deal, which leads me into my next topic, is that the day I'm posting this video, which should be a Tuesday, February 21st to date the video. Yes, tomorrow USC will begin hosting the HOPA Japan and Critical Mixed Race Studies conferences. This is huge. This is huge for our campus. This is huge for the multiracial population here in Los Angeles. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before on this channel, but I'm half Japanese and half white, which means I'm HOPA, which originally it was kind of a, I'll call it a slang term in Hawaii for somebody who is mixed, but it's become something so much more. It now encapsulates anybody who is, you know, mixed cultural, multiracial. And here at USC, I'm actually the PR director for HOPA SC. I'm very proud of that position. I'm actually also the co-president of the Nikkei Student Union, which is pretty much the Japanese American club. And over this next week, USC will be hosting these amazing conferences for people who are multiracial. HOPA Japan will be specifically held at the Japanese American National Museum in Little Tokyo. I'll be volunteering all week for that, as well as volunteering for the Critical Mixed Race Conference here at USC. And this is a big deal. This is huge, guys. This is awesome. Last year it was held in Chicago. Next year it's going to be held in Maryland. So this really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you guys see this video in time, I highly suggest you guys coming out. And on Friday, right before the weekend festivities, HOPA SC and the Nikkei Student Union will be throwing a bit of a party for the volunteers and for the members of the club. So I'll be showing you guys footage from that, but I'm extremely excited to put that video out for you guys. I'm working really hard, and like I said, it's going to have a very special guest. I guarantee you at least one very special guest, maybe a couple others. It depends on who comes out to the party and who's willing to speak. But yes, thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of Los Angeles Spies. I know it's a little unorthodox. Here, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and put a Rose Bowl highlight right here. Just for the heck of it, just to make sure you guys remember that this is a football show. But okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. All right, bye-bye.